guys, welcome to the next video. So today we're going to be doing some junk journaling, kind of like mixed media. I'm going to actually attach it into my journal that I write as well, just to give me a little bit more inspiration. I really hope you enjoy. So this is what it's going to look like. I have to stick this part down, but you would have seen this. You will see this later. So that's the start of it there. And I will show you what's already been stuck down that we will go through together. And this is the very front of the journal. This is one I've showed you before, so it is writing. It's actually writing paper as well. So if I show you, this is what we're going to do together. So this is something I've added on. I've made a pocket, so that's what I mean by pockets. So you can see that comes in and out, and you can put whatever you like. And then this Victorian, I searched Victorian designs, and this is what came up. So that's the front of the journal, and I think because this is going to be my writing journal, I'm kind of going in between junk journaling and mixed media, and I want to write. It inspires you to write, so I will date this today and start writing from today. But particularly, you can see that you don't have to stick to a theme. So when this comes, this is what is here now, but I wasn't really quite keen on the white background, so I just printed out some watercolor, green and blue. That's actually going to go over it. And then I have another picture of her, and that's going to go, she's going to go over the blue and green. So you will see all of that. I do hope you enjoy. It's something that I'm finding inspiring to when it comes to writing. So I'll date this today and I'll start writing from today. And I think even when you pick up your journal, when you see something like this or that you've done, it does inspire you and things like that as well. So I do hope you enjoy. It's more of a part one. As I go along and do it, I will record it and kind of add it into my channel as well. Hope you enjoy, and thank you for watching. Okay guys, sorry for the shaky camera there. So you would have seen this before. This is just a Hopes and Dreams blank journal. And these are the ones I've shown you before. What I'll do is, as I'm showing you this, I'll pop up the picture in the corner of the screen. So these are just A5 pictures of butterflies, and you've got that purple floral background. And what I'm going to do is make pockets here too, so on each side. So what I'll do is I start to look at the corner floral part, so you can see at the edge. So now I can work out where I need to put it. So this is the corner right here. So we're going to use that so we know as a guide. So you can see the floral then goes from one side all the way down to the corner and then across. And it just fits this A5 notebook. Now this is a lined book, so it's not blank. And I am choosing to keep those in there because it's hoping that this is kind of going to give me some inspiration with my writing. So that's the first one. And then what I'm going to carefully do is make sure that this lines up again with this, so that you've got that floral pattern going through. If I'd done it this way, it would just look unusual to me. And because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, what I'll do is, as you can see, the floral here is at this corner. Sorry, this corner here. This is the corner of the book on this side, so that they both line up like this. So what I'm going to do is use some glue, and I'm going to stick this down. Now what you could do is just use these as pockets if you want. So basically what a pocket is that you stick it here, the sides and the bottom. You leave this open, and then when it dries, it just literally works as a pocket, and you can put really things that matter to you or anything you want in these pockets basically, and you can do that throughout your journal. It doesn't have to just be here. So I have 3. I had printed out 3 because I wasn't initially sure what I wanted to do. So this is again the top here. As you can see, this is the corner where the floral ends, and if you wanted to, you could pop this underneath and have one underneath another like that. Now if you wanted to be really perfectionist, you could line up the floral pattern, and where it doesn't meet, you could cut it to where it meets, and then you kind of have the exact match there. But if you wanted to use it as a pocket, that's a perfect way to do it. And then you have the same pattern at the back. So you could do that and leave this blank for your name or for a message. I just dated it the first day I got it because Mum gave it to me. I haven't actually written in it, so it just says my name and the 25th of December 2019. So that was when she gave it to me. So you could use that for something personal, or you could copy on this side. So what we'll do is we'll stick that down, and I'll be right back. thought I'd do just before we stick it down is show you from the other side of the screen. It might be easier. So this is what it's going to look like when it's stuck down before the pocket is placed on. So what you can see is that the floral pattern at the side here towards the end meets and matches, and that's what I want to do, so that when I'm able to bend the book, it's not going to really destroy or even just come apart slightly. So I've definitely measured. So if I pull this away, you can see the spine of the book right here all the way down. So I've measured that to not affect, and that's something to test, not affect, so that it won't, nothing will kind of happen to that either, because you don't want to put all that work into it and then it kind of starts to peel away or gets crushed or something like that. So I always just measure that, and I think these go together. This just happens to be like a deep purple here, and I think this will go really, really well. So that's what it's going to look like from the other side, just so you can see it. So you can see again the floral meeting up in here and matching, and then the pockets will be here. So we will just glue that down and I'll be back. Before we glue, what I've decided to do on the other side is I'm going to keep this as a pocket too, but what I've done underneath is I'm going to slide and stick the Victorian girl, as you can see here. So she looks like, and that will come up on screen in a moment. So this is the Victorian girl. She's holding some flowers. There's roses towards the side, and she's going to be stuck down with glue. And what I'll do is I'll then stick this down, but leaving the top free. So this will be stuck down here, all across here, but the top here will be left open, so it will have two pockets, one with the purple background matching, and then this girl here will be the kind of background for the second pocket. So what I've done guys here is I just put some double-sided sticky tape, because I would usually use something like a glue stick here or maybe some PVA here, but I think because this paper is so frail in terms of it's just plain paper, it doesn't have that thick cardstock. This is the butterfly, so what we're going to do is I am going to, like I said, line this up here to the double-sided sticky tape, and we're just going to, so you can see I've left this open, so that is the first part. So you can see now that is stuck on and it's not going anywhere. And then the test is just to fold this over and make sure that it doesn't, so that's fine. So you've tested that, it's not going to stick, it's not going to come out of place. What we're going to do then is with the other side, I'm going to line this up this way, like we had said. So I'm going to cut this, guys, because what I want it to be a background, but I want this free. So I'm going to mark here. I'm not going to put it down straight away, so I can see here, that's where I need to go with my scissors. So I'm going to cut that. So what I'll do is I'll cut that to size and come straight back. So what I've done, guys, is I've put some of that, the second part of the purple butterfly paper at the back, and I've left this open because that's going to be our pocket. Now you can put anything in there. What I've done is just left that open, just to kind of make sure everything is stuck down and nothing gets stuck in the middle. But that's it there. So that's going to be, so if I just show you, so that is the front of the inside front of the book done. And now I'm going to focus on this picture here. So I'm going to use that purple dark kind of to my benefit, because I think it does go really, really well. What I might do is snip the edges here. So I'm just going to snip the corners, because I think that'll give it a bit more of a authentic feel. Just gonna, like that. On this side. You don't have to be too careful here once you get the general shape. Okay, and the last one, because I do like that deep purple background, and I think this kind of picture would go really well just here. So again, because this is so such thin paper, guys, you can use glue, but I think double-sided tape just keeps it there. It just keeps it there. It's not going to move. It's very sturdy. And I think this just for the second part of the opening of the book. So let's stick that on and we'll be right back. You can see I've stuck it down, guys, and I actually changed my mind and used this Scotch glue. It's really good. It's £2. You can get it in any kind of stores. I got this across in my local store, but it is online. It's just the Scotch glue stick. It's really strong. And what I've done is I've just covered the edges in the center, and it's just really nice, guys. And again, that takes seconds to dry. So that's that. Now what we're going to do is this is the first inside page before the writing paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the watercolor. This is the watercolor picture of that lady I showed you in the beginning. So I'm going to switch it over this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in with that Scotch tape. Oh, it's not Scotch tape, sorry, Scotch glue. We're going to go around the corners, in the center. And what I'm going to do is just flip that over. Just get rid of the glue. We're going to flip this over now, measure it quickly before it dries, and that's going to be the start, the kind of picture to set the tone really for the writing. So it doesn't have to all be the same theme. It just is, and you can see sometimes just get rid of those air pockets if you need to. And then where you need to, you can, where the glue hasn't quite been placed, as you can see, I'm just getting rid of any air pockets in the center. So what we're going to do is just go here, and you can just quickly stick that down there on this side. Sometimes it's not uncommon, guys, for the corners to come undone. Stick that down there, and then this side, all along the side up here. So guys, this is the next page, and what actually happened was there was a lot of air bubbles in the previous picture of her, and I have two. So what I thought is, actually I don't really like the background being white. So this is some watercolor print of yellow and blue, and what I'm going to do is stick those underneath like that, just so they match up together all the way to the side, and then I will place her back on, and I think that's just going to be really nice. A little bit like mixed media. If I hold it up there, it's very, I think it's just the blue and the green pop kind of out, and it kind of really gives her a little bit more noticeability. And I think the flowers, everything kind of, it almost looks like she's kind of from the ocean, that kind of thing, but it doesn't have to be the same. So if I show you this side again, don't worry, this is obviously very vintage themed here, as you can see what we did. And then as you get into the journal, just before you start writing, you have this here. So these are the pages here. This is actually just normal writing pages, but I think it doesn't have to be an exact theme, guys. So this is going to be the page you see before I write, and I may add in things as I go along. So yes, this is the beginning stages. So this will be the journal I actually write in, and I think this will definitely give me a little bit of inspiration to write and start it. So because it started today, I'm going to date it up here, and I will write from there. And then as these go by, what I might do is start to put other things in there as well. And what I can also do, if I show you, is I can cut these to size and add pockets. So if I go somewhere, or if I meet a friend and we get a coffee or a receipt, I might mention, obviously we're in the COVID at the minute. COVID-19 is obviously a huge time, so doing something like this and documenting it, but doing it on your own terms, I think is really beneficial to you. So yes, that was pockets you could have done there. You can just write, obviously, but this just gives you a little bit more inspiration. I hope you enjoyed it. All of these were printed from Google. I searched specific things. So this is watercolor themed. So this was watercolor. I put watercolor lady, and she came up. Watercolor blue and green, that came up. Vintage fashion, and these guys came up as well. So yes, this is the beginning of it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will share what you do as well. It is really enjoyable, and then it does give you that time to think about and inspire you to write. Hi guys, so that's the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed doing that with me. You could always do the outside of the book yourself, but this quite has nice decoration, so I left it that way, and I like the spine of the book is gold. So yes, this is just me starting out. Again, it's not a complete junk journal because it does have lined paper and it has its own cover and things like that, but it is something you can do if you're struggling to write and things like that, but you still want, you know, to have something to inspire you there. I think things like this are really, really nice to do, and that will inspire me to start writing today. I didn't need a lot, I just needed glue. Obviously you've got scissors if you've access to a printer, things like that. If you don't, just make your own. But for me, I wanted to kind of give this something that I knew I would kind of be inspired to write. So yes, I'll date this today, and then I'll start from here. And again, you can see that I didn't stick to a particular theme. They're completely different to one another, but I like that because it's me, it's kind of who I am, and your own personality really is what it's for. So yes, I really hope you enjoyed, guys. I hope everyone is staying safe, and I'll see you in the next video.